Yo, what is good, all my gamers out there? It's that one and only X-Murder and Beast, and today you guys are watching some more of that Crysis 2. Got some campaign footage in the background for you, and we are going to be talking about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer. I'm pretty much going to be giving out my impressions of what I feel about the game so far from what I've seen from the videos and whatnot, and hopefully you guys do the same. You guys let me know in the comments. How do you feel about the multiplayer so far? Do you think that you still need to see a lot more before you can be impressed, or are you on the hype train already? Does it look fun to you? You guys share your thoughts in the comments. But anyways, on to the actual type of the video, my impressions of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, when I've heard that Sledgehammer were actually implementing the Exosuit's abilities in multiplayer, I was pretty happy about that. If you guys remember, I made a video or two back where I was talking about I hope that Sledgehammer goes the route of Crysis, where, you know, if you guys are familiar with Crysis, on the both single player and multiplayer, they use the nano suit abilities. You can go invisible, you can have armor mode, and I think with Crysis 1 there was even more nano suit abilities, and I was saying that I was hoping that they would do the same thing, not exactly copying Crysis, but, you know, implement the nano suit, or I guess in this case the exoskeleton suit on the Call of Duty's multiplayer. And it looks like they actually did that in a few ways. First, they actually have boost jumping. As you guys probably know by now, you can actually boost jump from the side to side, or I guess you can call that more or less just evading, dodging, and you can jump, I believe, twice actually. So this is gonna be movement, I should say, is gonna be the name of the game when it comes to Call of Duty this time around, which is good because it implements enough change, in my opinion, to where the game feels somewhat different, but it's still Call of Duty. Because I know there's been a lot of people that's been suffering through that Call of Duty fatigue. You're like, oh my gosh, it's the same rehashed game every single year. And so Sledgehammer, it looks like with the Exosuit ability, is trying to change that a little bit, which I'm happy for, mainly with the jumping and whatnot, and some of the suits abilities like the right shield and whatnot. So I'm glad that they are trying to change up the formula a little bit without going too crazy, because you still want the game to feel like Call of Duty. At the end of the day, you buy Call of Duty for Call of Duty. You don't buy Call of Duty to feel like you're playing Battlefield and whatnot, you know what I mean? So I do like that little bit of change as far as them implementing the exosuits and multiplayer. Now, I'm not so hot about the freaking cloaking though. Cloaking has always been one of things that I kind of complained about when it came to multiplayer, especially in Crysis 2. Cloaking, oh man, it can really be a pain in the freaking ass. So I wasn't happy to hear that they brought cloaking back, nor Danger Close. Danger Close, I mean, it's something that doesn't bother me too much, but I mean, you don't need something that's going to sit there and power up freaking noob tubes and whatnot. But I've heard, from what I've heard, how you throw grenades is kind of different in this game and whatnot, and I'm not sure if, I think noob tubes are returning, you know, the underbarrel grenade launchers. I mean, I can see purpose in that, but we gotta hope that Danger Close isn't too freaking bad. Also, another thing that I say that I would like is that I've heard that sound whoring is back, which is a good thing, because I hate it when you have a decent pair of headphones or even a good stereo, you got your TV turned up loud and you can barely hear footsteps, and by the time you do hear them, they're already on your ass trying to knife you or whatnot, you know. So I'm glad that they actually brought that back. But with that being said, I have heard that they unfortunately got rid of the ninja perk, and I know I'm going all old school on your asses, Modern Warfare 2, but you guys know what I'm talking about, the perk that lowers your footstep sounds. I mean, I've heard that they got rid of that, so that might be a problem as far as like those guys that have like the $200 to $300 headsets and they can be sound whore kings. But maybe with the boost jumping, you can avoid you know, getting caught off guard from somebody that can hear you from a mile away or something. So we just have to see how that works, but I am pretty glad that sound whoring is back, because I hate feeling like everybody else comes from like ninja school, they're like Naruto characters and they can all just hear me. So I mean, I'm glad that the sound whoring is back, and overall I have to say that I'm kind of digging what they're doing with Advanced Warfare, but I'm not exactly on the hype train yet, because I want to see how the PC port comes out. I mean, the Ghost port was not that good on PC. There's only a few hundred people playing it. That shows how bad it came out with connection issues and whatnot. So I want to see how this game comes up for PC. So I'm not exactly on the hype train yet, but I am digging what they're doing with the game. But anyways, you guys let me know how you feel about Advanced Warfare from what we've seen so far, and I'll be talking to you guys next time. Laters.